Morning everyone, it's great to be with us all again this morning as we share a few thoughts on our Friday morning devotion. I wonder if you just indulge me just for a couple of minutes, because tonight is, in sporting terms, quite a momentous occasion. England play Scotland in the Euro 2021 championships, and I can remember watching the 1996 game at Wembley when England played Scotland and England won 2-0. And I want to just reminisce on the goal that Paul Gascoigne scored that day, because it was probably one of the greatest English goals that has ever been scored. He was an amazing footballer. He was so talented, and Darren Anderton got the ball, flicked it onto Gascoigne, who had his back to the goal. He flicked it over his head, turned, ran a bit, and he caught it on the volley and scored this most amazing goal. And the whole of Wembley just went completely ballistic. They were just beside themselves, apart from the Scottish supporters, of course. And England beat Scotland that day 25 years ago this week in the Euros in 1996. It was some moment, and Terry Venables was the manager of England at that time. And like I said, I can remember watching that. And so here we are, 25 years on, and tonight England at 8 p.m. plays Scotland again. Now, some of you listening might be thinking, football doesn't interest me, and I won't be watching the game. I just want to let you know, I will be watching the game, and I will be cheering England on tonight. But I just want to bring us a little bit of a moment or a focus on that game that happened in 1996, because in the first half, Paul Gascoigne didn't have a particularly good game. And when it came to half time and it went back into the BBC studio and the pundits were all talking about the first half, that great and famous football pundit Jimmy Hill, he was very cutting and absolutely down the line about how he thought Paul Gascoigne should be taken off. He shouldn't start the second half because we hadn't seen him do anything in that first half. And he was quite clear about it. He said unless he backs his ideas up, he should be taken off the pitch because he's not playing an active part in the game. But the thing is this, you see, because he was on the pitch, he was playing an active part in the game. All right, maybe he wasn't having his best day. Maybe he wasn't having his best football game until that moment of magic in the second half, and he scored one of the most memorable goals ever seen in an English shirt. I remember watching the celebrations, and he went behind the goal and he laid flat on his back and just was like so pumped, and all the players came to him and were like elated with the goal that he'd just scored. Now, you might be thinking, Graham, why have you just indulged yourself on this Friday morning devotion and talked about Euro 1996 and England v Scotland? Here's my point, right? You can't do anything unless you stay on the pitch. Do you know, you'll never be part of the game if you sit yourself in the stands. You'll never be part of the game if you are a spectator. You can only play the game if you are present on the pitch. You can only take part if you have joined your teammates on the pitch. And sometimes, and some days and some seasons, we might ask ourselves, what are we doing with our lives? You know, life is pretty ordinary. Life is pretty mundane. And, you know, sometimes I think that is the reality of our Christian lives. You know, not every single day of our lives do we have those amazing moments. You know, there is so much routine that goes on with our Christian lives. You know, today I've got up, I've had a bit of breakfast. You know, in a moment I'm going to go down to the church building. I'm going to, you know, get involved in the coffee morning down there, and I'm just going to maybe help serve some coffee, have a few conversations. But who knows, there could just be that moment today where I have the opportunity to share about Jesus, where I have the opportunity to pray for someone, where I have the chance to engage someone with the message of Jesus. And who knows, it might be somebody's moment today to become a Christian. You know, the easiest thing in the world would be to take myself off the pitch, to take myself out of the game, to not bother. But I can't be an active player unless I'm on the pitch. I can't be actively involved in my faith unless I'm on the pitch, playing the game, being involved with the rest of the team, with the rest of those people around me. And my encouragement to us this morning, and a bit of a challenge, is this. You might have a lot of days as a Christian where others might look at you and think, get off the pitch, get him off, get her off, you know. She's not really making much of a contribution. But the fact that you are on the pitch today, the fact that you are wanting to serve God today, the fact that you are wanting to participate in the kingdom of God today is enough. And who knows, there might be a moment in your day today, or there might be a moment in your week, this coming week, where God uses you in such a way that it brings total change to somebody's life. Paul Gascoigne in 1996 on the pitch changed the game. He sent the crowd wild. Everybody is talking about it 25 years on. Do you know the guy that led Billy Graham to Jesus? Do you know, you probably don't even know his name. In fact, I forget his name. But he took Billy Graham on the back of his tractor to a gospel crusade once when Billy Graham was a young man and Billy Graham became a Christian that night. If that guy hadn't have bothered taking that group of young guys to that gospel crusade, Billy Graham might have never become a Christian. But look what happened afterwards. Billy Graham probably became one of the greatest evangelists in the modern world, led hundreds of thousands of people to Jesus because one farmer decided to stay in the game, participate and do something for Jesus. Jimmy Hill would have taken Paul Gascoigne off the pitch at half time, but Terry Venables kept him on, and there was a moment in that second half that created a memorable moment for all football fans forever. I want to really encourage us all this morning. Stay in the game. Stay on the pitch. Do what God has asked you to do. Don't take yourself off. Don't get into the stands and just be a spectator. But stay playing. Stay in the game. Stay contributing. Stay playing your part for Jesus, because there might just be that moment in today or in the weeks or months ahead where God uses you so powerfully to maybe see an incredible moment of change in somebody else's life or in another situation. So my message this morning is this: stay on the pitch. Stay on the pitch. Have a great day, and if you're going to watch the game tonight, enjoy it. God bless. I'll see you soon. Bye.